Hey y'all, welcome back to the Shawneeverse. Welcome back. So y'all, let me tell y'all about. I want to tell y'all. I want to tell y'all about corporate America. Corporate America is real. Um, it's something real. And if I'm being honest with you, if you don't have to be in it, don't be in it. That's the only thing I can tell y'all. If you don't have to be in corporate America, I do not recommend being in corporate America. And the reason I say that is because I'm saying it becomes real mental after a while. It becomes so real mental, it's crazy. And I titled this episode 11, but this was episode 7, so I'm going to have to update that. But I be having such a time at work. Like that's why that is the whole reason why I'm doing so many of these videos is because y'all, I got to have a retirement plan. I cannot be in corporate America for long because I be mentally checked out. Almost every day when I get off, if I don't go to the gym, I gotta take a nap. Because I have got to reset my brain. And some days I can't even go to the gym. I gotta take a nap before I go work out, simply so that when I go to work out, I can really focus on my workout. If I go to the gym right after work, I'm gonna have to just do cardio because I cannot focus on lifting. Like I can't focus on what type of rotation, what type of lifts I should be doing. I can't focus on what target area on my body. Like my arms, I'm still trying to get this together. But what is this? The bicep? That muscle is coming. This tricep, baby, we is working on it. And the forearm, I think it's pretty strong. But I can't go in no gym and think I'm going to work out. Like, I cannot possibly go in the gym, work out, and my brain is burnt out. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't have to be in corporate America, I'm telling you right now, don't be in it because it is a churn and burn. Hey, y'all, hit the like button. We got 20 people in the chat. So if y'all could just all hit the like button for me really quickly. You can go. If you have to go and you don't want to stay, you don't have to stay. But just do your aunt a favor because that's what I'm telling y'all right now. I got to get out of corporate America. Thank you so much for subbing. I really appreciate it. They fired a manager today. Y'all, when I tell you that manager just started, she ain't even been here 90 days. She seemed like she was really cool. But the problem is they fire people all the time and they act like the people never existed. You never hear nothing about it. There's never upper management pull people to the side and say, oh yeah, so and so is no longer with us. You just see their position posted and nothing is ever said. Like, what kind of shit is that? That is enough to mess up anybody's mental space. That's what I'm telling you. If you don't have to be a part of corporate America, don't be a part of corporate America. That's that on that. Moving on. Let's talk about. I already carved my pumpkin. If you go check out some of my videos, you'll see me carving the actual pumpkin, and then you'll also see where I had the pumpkin on. We did that video shoot or that photo shoot with the friends and the pumpkin heads. So that was fun. That was a fun activity. We carved it on Friday, a few of us together. And then on Sunday, we all got back together and did the photo shoot. So it was really dope. Really dope. T. So, anyway, let's get back to the Real Housewives of Potomac. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. These hoes got it going on. I don't know if y'all watch Real Housewives, any of them. Clock it, correct, Sarah. Do you watch Real Housewives, any of the franchises? If you do, tell me which one is your favorite franchise in the chat. If you don't watch Salt Lake City, the Ice Queens got it going on. They are literally my favorites. And when I was watching tonight, I was thinking about how sometimes these TV shows have like an underlining tone of classism or ageism or racism. Some of the shows have, you can tell the underlining tone of them. Um, with Real Housewives of Miami, they definitely got some ageism going on because Adriana, whatever her name is, she always upset and in her feelings if somebody mentioned her age, but she's gorgeous, but she don't like to talk about her age. They might even have a little bit of racism going on in theirs. I don't know. But Salt Lake City has none of that. They don't have ageism, classism, or racism. Like, those girls just like to talk junk to each other. They like to cuss each other out. Hey, y'all, 33 people in the chat. Can we get 33 likes? Hit the like button for me and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the night. I got 986, I think. Let me get 1,000. Get me to 1,000. Get me to 1,000. Get me to 1,000. So if you're new here, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. But anyway, in Salt Lake City, that doggone Mary M. Crosby, y'all. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all, if y'all not watching the show, you are missing out on the best show, on one of the best shows on Bravo. Mary M. Crosby married her granddaddy. We're going to take a drink. We might be here for a while talking about this show. We're going to take a drink. Also, I'm looking for some moderators. All my moderators that I used to have, I have no idea what they are. And I had like 15, 20 of them. Out of 1,000 followers, I would love to have at least 10 moderators. 10 moderators that actually come to live and do the work. But nevertheless, she married her granddad. So what happened was, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of backstory before we talk about this episode. Mary's mother left her or didn't want her or didn't really raise her. Her grandmother did. And when her grandmother died, her grandmother was a pastor. When her grandmother passed away, her request was for Mary to marry the granddaddy. Now, I know this sounds disgusting, and don't forget, we on that side of the country. You know, they do weird things over there. A lot of them are what? Is that Amish and Mormon? Well, Mary is neither one of them. She black, but she high yellow, so she probably got some mixed people somewhere around there. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm getting to is, the granddaddy is not her blood granddaddy. It was her grandmother's husband. It's still kind of disgusting to me, but whatever. It's her grandmama's husband. So Mary married the man. They had a son. The son, we found out at the end of last season that the son is on drugs. The son ran out, I think, and got married. And I think the son is like 21, 22. But that was very heartfelt to see some real, like, there was real raw conversation when he told his mom he was on drugs. Like, but the way that Mira reacted, I think, is the way that every parent, I ain't gonna say should react, but I would assume that every child that's given that message would probably want their parent to react. Mary, she heard what he said. Tears did start rolling down her eyes, down her face, but she didn't scream, she didn't holler, she didn't get irate. She just kept talking and asking, you know, like, why and what exactly what drugs. Do you want help? Do you want to stop? Like, she was so calm and it was so loving. And a lot of people, if you look at social media, it was like, oh, that's a black mother. A black mother, only a black mother could do. I personally feel like that may be why I don't have kids, because my heart would have been broken. My heart would have been broken. And I'm not saying that Mary's heart wasn't broken, but I wouldn't have been able to have that conversation on camera. Like it would have been it would have been explosive. I know that. But nevertheless, that's Mary. Then you got Heather. Heather got excommunicated from church when she divorced her husband. He supposedly, I mean, I guess he gave her some kind of spousal support or whatever. She started a spa, I want to think, or spa or salon. She has two daughters. She's written like two or three books. Blah blah blah. Now, one thing about the Housewives universe, all of them are jailbirds. Currently, the one going through on Potomac is Dr. Wendy for fraud. There was a jailbird on this show. Her name was Jen Shaw. Her crazy tail self was defrauding old people. She had like a scam where she was calling old people and trying to sell them things, and people was taking their money. And so she's in jail. I think she get out like sometime next fall, and I think she's done. This is her third year, I think. This is either her second or her third year in jail. I think she get out next fall. Her husband is a coach. I don't know if it's football or baseball. And I don't know if it's professional, but her husband is holding it down. Then there's Whitney Wild Rose. I love Whitney. She's like the youngest on this cast. This season she's a ginger. She's normally blonde, but this year she's strawberry wine. Dancing. Hey y'all, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. But yeah, she's young. Apparently her current husband, she was his assistant or something. Either way, she was a side chick. She used to be a stripper. The people, I don't think they're going to ever really let her let that live that down. But one thing I will say about Whitney is because she had an estranged relationship with her parents, she's been doing a lot. She's literally been doing therapy the whole time this show been on, and this is season 6. Whitney is very healed. The only thing I don't necessarily agree with Whitney is that she does the crystals, the chakras, and all of that good stuff. I don't do that. Jesus Christ, that's it. And so while they were on their off season, Whitney and her husband had invested in trying to start a new business. I think it was a skincare line, or it might have been her jewelry line. Either way, it failed. And her husband was really upset about it, but she said he doesn't talk about it. But nevertheless, the business failed, and it was all in the blog. So now they're talking about that this season. Lisa Barlow, ugh, just a trash human. Like if you want to talk about somebody that brags about what they do, what they got, who they know, and name drop, Lisa Barlow. Like I do not like her at all. Like I don't have nothing for her. I don't even want to describe who she is because to me she's not important. Moving on. Just know that she's trash. Meredith Marks. Meredith can dress. By trade, Meredith is an attorney. Her son is, I forget what his name is, but I think he gay, and I think he's a makeup artist, and I think he is on Next Gen. So he is one of the kids that's on the Next Generation in they film in New York with Riley Burrs and Gia Giudice and Dame Dash's daughter. He on that show. He can dress. He's really dope, very fashion forward. Seth is Meredith's husband. I think he's some type of big executive in finance, and I think he still lives in Ohio. I think he is still back and forth in Ohio and Utah. And that was a topic like 2-3 years ago on the show. So I don't really think he's in the home still. Then there's Angie K. Angie Cavaras. I love Angie K. Angie K and Lisa used to be like this. And baby, now when I tell you they be back and forth at it all the time, just know that Lisa has fallen out with all these women. And it's not attack Lisa. It's literally, Lisa is a trash human being. So it's always something. So Angie K has a daughter named Electra. People were saying that Angie K's husband, Sean, is gay. If she ever see this, and I'm gonna get dragged for filth because I'm just telling what the people see it, but because I'm bringing it up, I know I will get dragged. Um, Angie K is a hairstylist. She does own a salon. Um, is that everybody? Bronwyn. Bronwyn is a big Virgo. Ooh, ooh. She's a September Virgo. She can dress. Matter of fact, she inspired me for my pre-Valentine's Day look this year. When I first seen last season's episode premiere, she had on this red fur, heart-shaped coat. Soon as I seen that, baby, click, click, sent it to whatever that is where you can search the image, found it on Google, ordered the dress that night. Ordered that dress that night. Ordered that coat that night. And so I wore that when I went out to dinner with my friends at the end of January. Like I said, pre-Valentine's Day. Um, who else? Oh, Braun is married to an old man. He's big in finance. I think he's like a top executive. He don't like her being on the show. Her mother is trash. Her dad is dying. And her mother probably does love her, but does not say the things that need to be said on TV. She down talks Bronwyn, and you can tell that Bronwyn is just looking for acceptance from her mom. And the whole community shunned her because she had a baby out of wedlock when she was in college, and the man never had anything to do with her. Like, absolutely did nothing. Here's the contingency. Bronwyn is on the show because Bronwyn's baby daddy is a friend of the family with Lisa Barlow. So Lisa know his people. Bronwyn's baby daddy recently died, maybe like within the last 2 years. And so, still yet, these people don't have nothing to do with Bronwyn's daughter, Gwen. And I think she like 19. Never did anything for her, had nothing to do with her. And so when Bronwyn is telling her story to Lisa, Lisa just can't believe it because these are people that she's grown up, she's known her like a lot of her life. So it's hard for her to believe that they would not want to be in their grandchild's life. But Bronwyn is like, bitch, believe it. It is true. I'm here. That's a point of contingency because for whatever reason, Lisa don't want to accept it. And so how would you feel if you're telling your friend that your baby daddy's family don't do nothing, care nothing, engage nothing with your child, but your friend is saying, no way, not those people. How would you feel? I'm like, girl, what? So yeah. Like I said, Todd cannot stand Lisa. He said in 2 episodes ago, he said, I would not piss on Lisa's brain if it was on fire. That's deep. I don't know if y'all ever watched Sanford and Son, but baby, that is like, what her name was, Esther? That's Esther deep. Because I remember one time Esther told Fred that if he did something, she was going to jump down his throat and tap on his liver. I don't know. That's deep. Okay, so boom. Now you have the back. Oh, and Brittany. If Trash Mother was a person, Brittany literally is choosing Jared Osborne or Oswald, whatever, over her daughters. She a hoe. Moving right along. And I think she a friend of the show. She doesn't have a snowflake, I don't think. And I don't think Mary Crosby got a snowflake. But you can't tell me that Mary is not a permanent fixture in the main cast. But I don't think she has a snowflake. She did at one point. But I'm not sure she does now. Nevertheless, they're on a cruise. They're on a yacht. NGK gets sick. Bottom line is, they confront Lisa at dinner. NGK and Mary are in the room because NGK is sick. She's seasick. She hasn't grown her sea legs yet. So they're in the room and Mary eats her dinner in the room with them. And she actually gets to enjoy her dinner. You know, Most of these dinners on Housewives, you don't eat because it's going down. You got to argue all the time, so you don't really get to eat. And so they show a scene of Mary in the cabin eating her food, and she's like, "Oh, I hope they're getting to appreciate this food. It's so good." Baby, no, they were not, because as you can hear, they upstairs arguing like hell. So Heather is drunk, like, and I'm surprised the producers did not figure out a creative way to tell that. But Heather is drunk, and so she's screaming and hollering, and finally it comes out, and she says, "Lisa," they both sitting on two ends of the table. Heather says, "Lisa, I think you're behind all of the dirt that keeps getting leaked into the blogs." Oh my God. Lisa goes insane. What? She immediately looks to Meredith, who is to her right. "I hope you defended me. I hope you defended me. Because I hope you defended me, because if you did not," and now you know it's waterworks. It's going down. And she stands up. Here comes Whitney, who was to the left of Heather on the other end. Whitney is now walking down, and Lisa's walking. She said, "Don't you come near her ass down here. Don't you come near me." She hate Whitney. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the previous seasons to see was they ever really friends, because I know they have tried to start over several times, but I don't know if they ever were really actually friends. She hates Whitney. She said, "Don't you bring your ass down here. Don't you touch me. Don't you by this time she's screaming. The chef comes out and wants to tell them thank you for dining or say whatever. Really, he's coming out there to get his kudos, but baby, he's not getting no kudos. Finally, he walk off and he say, "F that." And he go back out. And so it's just a mess. It's a debacle. Like, it's going down. And Bronwyn actually jumped this whole thing off because Bronwyn and Brittany got a weird relationship. Now, mind you, they're rooming together. And Bronwyn starts out with Brittany. She was like, "So you're just not going to tell everybody?" Oh, Heather calls Brittany. She was like, "You like to talk behind people bad." And Brittany's like, "I'm the most honest one here. I say things to people's face all the time. Hey guys, make sure you hit the like button. I tell people to their face all the time." And Bronwyn was like, "Oh, really?" They call Bronwyn the bobblehead. She's like, "Well, why don't you tell Lisa what you had to say about her, and Meredith what you had to say about her?" And Brittany was like, "What?" So here go production. Here go the flashbacks. Show shit is show. Show shit stank. Brittany was talking junk about Meredith, and she was talking junk about Lisa, and she said everything that Bronwyn said she said. When the cameras cut back to them, Bronwyn said, "Well, hell with it," and she started telling it. She said you was this, and this. And she said you was this, and this. And meanwhile, Brittany is sitting there like, the way her mouth dropped, you knew she said it. Because she wasn't even like, "No, I didn't." Or she wasn't like, "Yeah, I said it." She was just like in disbelief and shock that Bronwyn literally told it. But shit, I'm watching it in disbelief and shock too, because girl, you got to go back and sleep with her. And if you think you're going to be able to sleep in the room with Lisa, you're crazy. If you think you're sleeping with Meredith and Lisa, you are crazy. Where you going to sleep? This is your roommate for the next few days. Is you cool? Nevertheless, Meredith gets up. This is Bronwyn. This is Brittany. This is Meredith. Brittany said that Meredith always goes from 0 to 100 and act like she having a seizure. And I'd be damned if Meredith didn't get up and start screaming and yelling and pointing and threw that water on Brittany. Brittany gets up and throws water back on Meredith. Bronwyn trying to push back from the table and get out the way, talking about, "Oh, hell no. You started this. You started this." So now you get Lisa down the street. She activated, ready to go. And baby, once she get on that phone with John, whatever crying and screaming and hollering she was doing, magnified times 25 to the 25th power. Heather chases her down the stairs to the bottom level, to the bottom deck. And to find Heather's like, I'm not gonna chase you. She goes back upstairs and she goes in the room and starts doing their crying to telling Angie K and Mary the story. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Lisa is out in the ocean. She's on one of those flapper float things, paddling her legs, and you can see the fish in the ocean while she's talking to John. Why white women do shit like that? You've been drinking, it's dark, and you are upset. All I kept thinking was, Lord, please don't let that happen to this lady. Even though I know Bravo cameras are right there, there's probably somebody standing on the side with their life jacket on that can swim, that's just ready to jump in if something did happen. But why? Like, I would have made her, if she was going out there on that float, if I was the Bravo production, I would have made her sign a waiver. You signing this waiver. If you insist on sitting your ass out there, you finna sign this waiver right now. Because if something happened to you, we are not going to be responsible. Because why is you going out there and you drunk and you upset and it's dark? I digress. But, nevertheless, the show basically ends with at least everybody upset in disarray. And it's going down. I think the show that I'm recapping was last week's show. Because I watch it on Peacock because I don't like commercials. But I don't know. I feel like I may have read somewhere that they have started showing the shows on the same day. It used to be where Peacock would show the show the next day. But I'm not sure. So, I don't know. Nevertheless, I hope y'all got me to 1,000 subscribers. If you didn't, I still love you. That's my recap and review of Salt Lake City. I don't even know what episode it was. The next review y'all gonna get from me is gonna be coming from, it's gonna be Bell Collective on. I hope you watch it. I hope you watch it. I hope you watch it. On Bell Collective is a Southern Belle black ensemble all women cast. They are located in Jackson, Mississippi, and they very country. They're very country, but they also very educated. They are bosses, and a couple of them are millionaires. Like, they really do got money, for real. Not their husband's money, but they got money. So, hopefully you'll watch that. We'll talk about it. I'm tired. I'm proud of me. Let's get me to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this week. Let's get my views up to 10 million views so I can get monetized and I can exit corporate America. I appreciate you for coming to see me. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on Instagram as Shiny in the City. Follow me on TikTok as Miss Tina No Turner. And don't follow me on Facebook. All right. Love y'all. Bye.